This is the 3 minutes review of Beowulf the Epic Legend. These are all the pieces of the game. In the front row we have the Geats, in the middle row we have the Devils, and then the Danes. These are the castles and 2 of the treasures for each of the lanes. These are the resources. Depending on the side you play, you will have a disadvantage on either glory, gold, or soldiers. These are the cards for each of the side you play. Have different attributes depending on the bet you have. I will explain later. This is the layout of the board game. You can play your pieces any way you like, but the treasures have to be inside of the castle. In order to move the pieces, roll the dice and move forward to the value that is lower than the value of your dices. The value of the dices you roll will determine on some special ability that you will get. When 2 opponent pieces are next to each other, you will battle with a duel. In order to duel, you have to use your cards and some special cards depending on the side you play. Bet the number of different resources you want to play. For the piece that you choose to battle, underneath there are values of the resources. Add them to your betting resources. In order to draw a card, roll your dice and the value will determine the card that you must draw. If using a positive card while your resources is larger than the opponent, you will gain all the opponent resources. But if you use a negative card while your resources is higher, you will only lose half of your resources. If both sides have an equal amount of resources, then neither side gain nor lose the resources. If using a special card, no matter if you have a lower or higher resources than your opponent, they will automatically lose half of their resources to you. The losing opponent will place their pieces in Havana. In the game, the dragon have the ability to go over any gaps or any ocean as long as the dice value is higher than half of the square value. The slave have the ability to mimic the resources that is adjacent to himself, and Welto have the ability to cancel out the opponent piece's resources. Each side have 2 treasures that must be kept in a castle. The opponent can take the treasure and bring back to their castle to gain the prize. If one side acquire all the treasures from the opponent while keeping their own treasure in the castle, they automatically win the game. If you play the story mode, there is a death order that you must achieve in order to end the game. If you fail to do so, the game automatically ends whenever the character dies. There are a couple ways to end the game. This is a few ways that you can end the game depending on the game mode you play. Thank you for watching. This is the 3 minutes review of Beowulf the Epic Legend.
Created using Powtoon.